Hello and welcome. Good evening. As you can probably tell from the title, this will be a ranting video. If you don't like the negative way I talk about things, just switch over. But if you want to listen to me, hear what I've got to say, go and make yourself a cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, and that's the reason why the camera is in macro mode, because if I zoom out, who knew? Strawberry chocolate cake and hot chocolate. The thing is, with those items, I hope to be less negative. They're there, waiting, and I look forward to them. And hopefully that will temper my negativity in this little rant. And also I need to kind of do it before that hot chocolate gets too cold. So what is this rant about? This rant is about the state of YouTube. I am allowed to do this. I've seen many other people do this, so I'm going to do this. What is up? What's the deal? What's the story behind YouTube asking you to associate your YouTube account and your Google Plus account all of the time? Honestly guys, it's borderline harassment. It's like someone over your shoulder looking at your computer, poking you in the back. It's not once a month or once every few weeks, it's every other day. I've had pop-ups come up when I've been writing comments, sorting out my videos. What is up with that? A pop-up comes up and it basically says, do you want to have your account as Google Plus? Do you want to have it as YouTube? Do you want to combine them? All of this unneeded extra integration. Don't need it. It's not important. I have my YouTube account separate. I am not stupid. Neither are you guys. You guys aren't stupid. Why? If you wanted to use your real name or your Google Plus account, you would have done it. It's not the case of we're complete herp-derps or completely stupid about this, that we're not capable of doing it. We've set up a YouTube account. We know how it all works, subscriptions, how to upload videos. We're quite tech savvy. Some of the younger generation, talking about a lot of my viewers that are in their teens, early 20s, they're very, very tech savvy. They've been born, birth of the internet. They've been born into all of this incredible technology where you pick up a piece of glass and metal, i.e. an iPad or something like that, and you've got the world at your fingertips. They've known nothing more since. They don't go to computer, they don't go onto YouTube and go, I'm really stuck, I don't really know what to do. YouTube, can you make all the decisions for me? No, they don't do that. And it really pains me to make a video about this. It really does. The hot chocolate is still warm. Let's carry on. So that's my main gripe. I don't see a lot of the big celebrities with their big names, Smosh, Cutlery Lover, Nut and Fancy. Where are their real names? Ask yourself that. Why haven't they changed to their real names? Do you really think the big channel names are being hassled by YouTube on a every other day basis for their real names to change their channel names? No. Why do you think that is, guys? Why do you think that is? My views on it is pure speculation. I don't work for YouTube or Google per se, so I can't really give you any insider information about that. All of the information I'm going to say is purely speculation, what I think is going on behind the scenes. And of course, that's all that we can have at the moment, because as a partner, I would have thought that YouTube, who, let's face it, we do adverts for, we advertise products, we make videos so that YouTube and Google make money from us, big scale. I thought that they, as kind of a right, would let us know, because we're partners. I thought they would let us know about the reasons behind using the real name. Forget all this crap. It's absolute crap. Forget it all about the harassment, bullying, things like that. Honestly, it's a smokescreen. It really is. You want to use your real name? Go on Facebook. You want to use your real name? Go on Twitter. Something like that. You kind of have to. They're social networking sites. YouTube's not a social networking site. It has communities, and it has a lot of useful information now, but it's not a social networking site as such. You can't meet your friends and do all of that kind of things. And Google is pushing heavily to turn it into that. It's turning it into a social networking site, something that it was never meant to be to start off with. It was meant to be a place to upload a video that you could share with other people across the world and open your eyes up to things that you wouldn't necessarily normally see. And it also gave you the chance of having a say in what you wanted to watch. It's kind of like TV. It's what you want to watch. It's your own personal little TV, because you've got the different channels, and you have, there are channels. What you want to watch is there, and that's it. It's not about all this social integration and things like that. I like change. I'm not stuck in my ways. I welcome it if it's a good change, but I also adhere to the rule: if it's not broke, don't fix it, because you end up breaking it. That's what I adhere to. And what is it doing to those thousands, millions of small-time YouTubers like myself? I'm not big, I'm small fish. And I do like it that way, because it means all the comments, all the posts I can look at, and I can reply to everyone. I don't need to get my wife, girlfriend, brother, mother, whoever to reply to people. I can answer those people, you guys, directly. So that brings me on to my next point, which is basically the harassment side of it. I do choose to use YouTube, but I do not choose for YouTube and Google to every other day or every few days keep hassling me, keep asking me to change my account. I've said no. No means no. If someone asks to have something and you say no, normally no means no. They don't keep hassling you unless they're haggling or something like that, but they shouldn't. So why should you expect it from anybody else? Big corporation like Google or anybody. You shouldn't. As a human being, you have human rights, and those human rights extend to anybody causing you offence or infringing on those rights. By that, I am talking about not taking no for an answer. I'm talking about the privacy. I'm talking about fraud, identity, all those kind of things. Just because a big company does it does not mean that it's right. Therefore, if you do agree with me and you do think that this whole business with the Google Plus integration is wrong, because let's face it, guys and girls, the next step, I'm not scaremongering at all, I'm saying it how it is, because the next step will be not only to change your name to your Google Plus account, it will be use your full name or else, full stop. Use your full name. And what are the consequences of that? I don't want my workplace knowing that I collect all of these knives or weapons or anything like that. I'm sure a lot of American people do not want some of their bosses seeing their huge gun collection. Maybe they do. Maybe it depends on the person and the specific circumstances. but it has a knock-on effect. You reveal that person's true identity and they are exposed not only to their employers, but also to other companies. Any company sees that you've got a lot of knives, what are they going to do? They're going to try and find your personal information and hassle you to buy more of those products. They're going to do that because they can see that you're interested in it. So that's two. And then the third thing is all of your friends and people that know you personally. So there's your employers, there's the big companies, and then there's all your friends and family and things. And you don't want that. You really don't want that. Some people couldn't care, but the people that do care have made pseudonyms, avatars. They're not stupid. If they wanted their real name, they would have put it up. That's why they use a pseudonym or an avatar. They don't use one of those names because they like to go and troll or bully or make people's lives a misery. They don't. There are some people that do that, but most of the cases that doesn't happen. And I think you should have the freedom to criticise and to use the language you were brought up with or see fit. I think you should have that freedom. And if society if big companies and society are now forcing you to use your real name to face prosecution in terms of the Twitter, things like that, hate crimes, then in a way, if you are breaking the law, then you should be held accountable. But where does it stop? Where does a couple of silly remarks that you put end up you losing your job, you losing your career, and you losing all of your prospects? It shouldn't go that far. In terms of YouTube, you shouldn't have to sign in with your full name, your real name. You shouldn't. You should be anonymous. You can be that 12 or 14-year-old kid who really likes a knife video, and that you can put that on there without fear of teachers asking you why you like knives. Because let's face it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, all that they're going to have to do is type in your real name into Google and it will come up with the comments that you've put on YouTube. It shouldn't bring about prejudice and stigma, but it will. Because it already does to anonymous people. Depending on your religion, your race, your colour, even what teams you support, there's a lot of prejudice in the world already. By revealing your real names, you're only going to inflame that. So if you want to stay anonymous, you should be able to stay anonymous. If people aren't given the choice to stay anonymous, and people are forced into an area where they have to use their real names in order to communicate at all on the World Wide Web, then the World Wide Web, the internet, has failed. It has. It's a crying shame, because think of all those people that have avatars that do want to contribute heavily to communities and comment sections on videos and things. Think about those people. Do they have they will have a quieter voice because of certain repercussions. Your boss calls you over and says, I heard your knife review last night, or I saw the comment that you wrote on a certain video. How, would you like to explain? And yes, I know that what happens out of the workplace is none of employers' businesses and things like that. But I'm sorry, it happens. People do get fired for posting things on Facebook or Twitter. People can get arrested for what they do in their own personal time when it comes to social networking. And YouTube is just giving more rise to that. It's more policing, and they do it under the guise of it will stop more trolls, more people will be prosecuted. No, people will always do that. They'll just create fake real names. They'll probably do it even more if their anonymity is threatened, and they'll also probably pack up and leave and make videos elsewhere where they can do that anonymously. People have their reasons. But that's my big rant over and done with. What I would like you to do, if you're still with me right now, is if you do agree with what I've said in terms of the anonymity and not, you know, keeping your anonymity and not having to switch over to your real name because of any kind of fallout, which shouldn't happen, but we all know it will. We all know it will. Then like this video. That is the best message that you can send to YouTube. I know YouTube and Google probably won't even listen, because you can tick no on that box 1,000 times and they won't listen. So what's the point of even giving you the option of a no? You've clicked no. No means no. There should be an option for you to change to your Google Plus account whenever you feel like it, but no means no. So why do they keep asking you? It's not a case of, okay, we'll ask you again later. No, you won't ask me again later. I've already said no. You know where I stand. I'm not on the fence about it. I'm not umming and ahhing, making a mind up. I'll decide after a good night's rest. It's, I've said no, and you have to respect that. And if you don't respect that, then why should I give YouTube or Google any of my respect? It shouldn't be a case of, you're using our service, you have to show us your real name. No, I'm afraid I don't. And I'm afraid a lot of you guys shouldn't do that either, for many reasons, of which I have outlined. But if you do agree with me, what I've said, please do thumbs up this video. It might send some little message. Put a video response, put some comments in if you do disagree with me, and if you think that integration and revealing your real name in real life is a good thing. I can only see bad things about it. I'm not a glass half empty kind of guy, I'm a glass half full. But there's just so many things going on in the world today, and people after money, greedy people, all this kind of spying and things like that. I mean, it's always happened, but it's more and more we see about it. And identity theft is such a big thing at the moment. A third of all people in the UK have been subjected to identity theft and all the rest of it. So I just thought it's a subject, it's close to my heart. One of the reasons I did this video is obviously because I was asked again today. Honestly, we're getting into the 30 times now. 30 plus times that they've asked me to reveal that. And I'm sure you guys must be getting quite frustrated with it too. When you see all the bigger channels not revealing this, or not revealing their full names. I know some of them have them out already, but your channel is kind of like your identity. You've built that channel's reputation. If I suddenly use my real name, it just wouldn't work. That's what the big corporations and things are trying to do. In a way, they're just trying to separate you into individuals so that they can manage you more, and remove this anonymity under the false guise of security, prosecution, hate crimes, things like that. We are all sensible people, most of us. We can get past all of our differences in the future, and I look forward to the day that we can do that and actually realise that we are all human beings. Yeah, we have our differences and beliefs and things, but we are all human beings, and we should be respected. yes, as individuals, but our decisions should be respected as well. Anyway, rant over. I've talked far too long. If you have agreed, thumbs up, like I say. If you haven't, say why. Don't just thumbs down, just say why. Because I'd like to listen to your views, definitely. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Thanks for listening to my rant if you're still here. And you got to look forward to more of my knife videos and gaming videos and things. Anyway, do take care out there.